A rock slide warning sign. Hello, what are you doing here?
Hello. I was about to ask you the same thing. You are in a restricted area, you know.
Really? I didn't see any barriers.
Well, the barrier is sort of invisible. This property belongs to Latsada Construction, and trespassing is prohibited.
An invisible barrier. Is it patrolled by invisible guards, too?
Quite right. Actually, I don't really care, as long as you don't get in my way.
I wasn't planning to. Have you seen a saint around here? Or anything that might somehow be connected to a saint? No silly jokes, please. I'm serious about this.
Okay, no jokes, but no saints either.
Is this pile of rubble really all that's left of Gatineau?
As far as I know, yes.
What are you doing here exactly?
I am surveying the land.
I can see that, but what for?
They're building a theme park, and the ruins of Gatineau are supposed to become part of the park.
A walk-in tourist attraction?
Precisely. And my job is to determine the paths along which hordes of tourists may wander without creating a hazard.
For the visitors or for the ruins?
Both. After all, 100 people crashing through the floor of a historic town would be rather unfortunate for the people, as well as the town.
Seems reasonable, but isn't there a risk that you might destroy something valuable here yourself?
No, the archaeologists have already finished. Otherwise, I would not be allowed to walk around here. And you shouldn't be allowed here anyway.
Just pretend I'm not here. What did the archaeologists find here? Anything exciting?
I don't know. They had already left when I got here.
Too bad. So there's nothing here now but rocks?
Did you have anything in particular in mind? Maybe I can help you.
In what way?
Well, the archaeologists might have overlooked something.
You mean you found something before?
Who knows?
That's robbery, an outright crime against science. My ex-boyfriend would take you to court for that.
But he is not here, is he? And since I am willing to turn a blind eye to your being in a restricted area...
I get it. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Exactly. If you should happen to come across something that might have historical value...
I'll bear that in mind. I'll leave you to your work, then.
Okay.
This sketch was part of Sister Elise's letter. The town of Gatineau, as it must have looked in the Middle Ages. I'll just push one of these buttons.
Dear visitor, welcome to the Gatineau excavation site. We would like to give you a brief overview of the eventful and mysterious history of the medieval town of Gatineau. Please select one of the following options. In the late 7th century, Benedictine monks built an abbey on this spot in memory of the late Archbishop Austrebert of Rouen. In just a few years, the abbey blossomed into a thriving town that gained particular importance due to its location along the trade route from Rouen to Paris. In the early hours of April 5, 1658, a devastating inferno raged in the streets of the small town. More than half of its population, caught asleep in bed, succumbed to the flames. Nearly all of the buildings were burned to the ground. For reasons that remain a mystery to this very day, the town's restoration was never even attempted. The few who survived fled to neighboring villages and towns in a panic. In a single night, a prospering town was transformed into a charred patch of earth that would not be built upon for centuries to come. When the construction work for a new theme park began in early 2002, the surveyors unexpectedly came across the remains of a long-forgotten town. Large sections of Gatineau have been uncovered over the past few years. The ruins and certain reconstructed buildings will be open to the public as part of the new theme park. A small museum is planned as well.
I can't get it open. The flap is screwed shut. What am I supposed to do? Go up on a mole hunt? I don't have time for that. I need to save the world. It says, "Be right back." I'll just take one of these fortune cookies. There's all kinds of stuff scattered on this table. An old power cable, a pocket knife, and a spirit level. It's locked, and secured with heavy padlocks, too. Looks like someone really wanted to make sure it would be safe. The Lazara Construction Company is building here. I guess these are the largest letters they could find. It's screwed tightly in place. This pocket knife is really unique. I hope I don't lose it. The sign can be turned, but what way should I turn it? And why? The sign says, "To the ruins of Gatineau." Très chic. This car wasn't parked here yesterday. Oh, a statue. I wonder who it's supposed to be.
Oh, here you are.
Yes,
What is this statue?
no idea. I was hoping you could tell me.
There is a plaque on the statue.
Well?
The inscription is quite weathered. It appears to be a statue of Saint something. His name is barely discernible.
Saint?
Yes.
Our saint? The one Elise mentioned in her letter?
Yes, possibly.
I didn't think he'd be this easy to find. So now what?
Now I will try to decipher the inscription.
While I take yet another look around for more clues?
Exactly.
I feared as much. Did you discover any more clues in Sister Elise's letter?
Alas, no. I went through the trouble of retranslating everything, but there was nothing that caught my eye.
Can I have the new translation?
Certainly. At least we know now what to do. I decipher, you go on looking. Who knows? Maybe this inscription isn't the clue we're looking for after all.
What else then?
No idea.
Okay. I'll keep looking. This is very likely the statue Sister Elise mentioned, which means that this statue shows the way to the hiding place. Now I only need to figure out what that means. Yeah, right. Only. Oh well. Where there's a will, there's a way. And where wood is chopped, splinters must fall. Time to hunt for the next clue. The arm is pointing towards the ruins of Gatineau. It's hard to tell the exact location from here, though. Good thinking. With a little luck, if I rest the laser pointer on the statue's arm, I should be able to discover where exactly it is pointing. The sign can be turned. Let's turn it a little further to the left. Let's turn it a little further to the left. Let's turn it a little further to the left. Now the sign is lined up with the statue's arm. Right, the laser pointer should be pointing in exactly the same direction as the statue's arm now. Let's see where it leads. Oh no! The beam points straight at the snack stand. Since it probably hasn't been in that spot for centuries, I'll have to think of something to get it moving. Good morning. What a beautiful day.
What? Oh, hello.
I guess it got a little late last night,
Excuse me, I must have fallen asleep.
It would seem so, yes.
Are you with a construction company?
Me? No, why?
I was just hoping that this misery here might come to an end. What can I do for you?
I don't mean to criticize your business scheme, but is it really worthwhile running a snack stand here?
No.
This may seem like a totally superfluous question, but why are you here then?
Well, a few months ago, they decided to build a new theme park here. So I pulled some strings and negotiated an exclusive contract. I was supposed to cater for the workers on site, with no competition at all. Sounded like the deal of a lifetime.
What's the catch?
Do you see any working masses around here?
Well, to speak of masses would be overstating it slightly.
Yes, slightly.
What happened?
They discovered some kind of rare plant species and had to stop all construction. Now they are trying to figure out how to proceed. But that may take some time. A long time.
Then why are you still here?
Because my contract says that I am obliged to cater for every worker on this site. Or at least provide the option. Therefore, I need to stay here for as long as the Honorable Surveyor is still around. Or I will be fined for breach of contract.
You have to stand around here all day just for one worker? But that's crazy.
That's what they call contract law.
Let me get this straight. You have to stand around here all day long just for one single worker.
Yes, I come here early in the morning and hang around until that posh Mr. Surveyor climbs into his van in the late afternoon and calls it a day.
You have my sympathy.
Thank you.
What's on the menu today?
Nothing.
Nothing? But this is a snack stand. Or maybe not? Maybe it's just a decoy hiding the base of some secret society?
Very funny. There's only one single worker here, and he brings his own food from home. So why bother to heat the grill? Nobody will buy anything.
Okay, you've convinced me. I don't really like Chinese food anyway.
That's not what you would be getting. All right, there is nothing to be had right now. But if there were something, it wouldn't be Chinese food. Just regular snack stand grub.
Are we really talking about what I would be getting if there were anything to be had?
Looks like it.
All right, let's change the subject. I will let you get back to Dreamland then. Can I bother you again?
I strongly suspect that it is well within your power. Yes.
So, you're hoping to stumble upon a few historic relics?
Of course. Everyone must fend for himself, you know. And a surveyor's wages are not much to live on.
What are you looking for exactly?
Anything that could be valuable. Silverware, ceramic jugs, coins, anything at all.
But with all this rubble lying about, how would you even get to it?
Don't worry, my car's loaded with heavy-duty equipment. I could pull a whole house down, so never mind a bit of rubble.
Oh, okay. Is that your vehicle parked back there?
Yes? Why?
Oh, just wondering.
Ah,
I'll leave you to your work then.
okay.
An efficient method of getting to one of these messages without having to eat an icky cookie. The slip of paper from the fortune cookie. It says, if the crane flies upside down at 7:30, fate will smile on the bearded. If you ask me, there are way too many signposts on French construction sites. If you ask me, there are way too many signposts on French construction sites. Can I bother you again?
I strongly suspect that it is well within your power. Yes.
I don't mean to worry you, but I guess I have no choice.
Why? What happened?
You should come and take a look at your car. Here, there's a sign warning people about rock slides, and a big boulder has already hit the car next to yours.
You're right. Normally, I should probably worry about this.
But
But according to my horoscope, this is my lucky day. Therefore, I am not all that concerned.
so you're just going to ignore any kind of danger because of some vague hints in your horoscope?
It's like everything else in life. If you believe in something firmly enough, then it will come to pass.
You're not a member of that Puritas Cordis sect, are you?
Puritas what?
Never mind. If you think you should ignore the most blatant signs of imminent danger just because your horoscope says so,
Yes, that is what I think. And unless my horoscope says otherwise, I won't change my mind.
I'll just take one of these fortune cookies. An efficient method of getting to one of these messages without having to eat an icky cookie. The slip of paper from the fortune cookie. It says, when the siren sounds as the day's labor begins, note the path of the hungry, even if the deceptive thirst springs from above. I'll just take one of these fortune cookies. An efficient method of getting to one of these messages without having to eat an icky cookie. The slip of paper from the fortune cookie. It says, if you ignore the warning and disregard your neighbor's misfortune, disaster will strike you also. Excuse me.
What? What?
Sorry to disturb you, but is there any way of putting this fantastic message back inside a fortune cookie?
Of course. All you need to do is bake a new cookie.
Would you do that for me?
Oh well, it's not like I've got anything better to do.
Thank you so much. I brought you a freshly baked fortune cookie.
Oh, how nice of you. That doesn't sound good at all.
Is everything okay?
I'm not too sure. My horoscope promised me a carefree day, but I guess I should take note of the advice in my fortune cookie. Otherwise, I could be headed for disaster.
The message from the fortune cookie really seems to have unnerved him. Can I bother you again?
I strongly suspect that it is well within your power. Yes.
I don't mean to nag, but if I were you, I'd be really worried about my car.
You would?
Definitely. The rock slide warning sign, the somewhat battered vehicle next to yours, not to mention the warning in your fortune cookie.
If you ignore the warning and disregard your neighbor's misfortune, disaster will strike you also.
Exactly. The warning is the sign. And don't you think your neighbor's misfortune could mean the boulder on top of the car next to yours?
You are quite right.
Well, you are right about that.
I had better move my car.
Good idea. As far away as possible, I would say. Well, is it safe now?
Yes, I hope so. Thank you so much for saving me from imminent disaster.
You're welcome. I'm famous for my totally unselfish helpfulness, you know. Boo!
What? Oh, did I fall asleep again?
Looks like it.
I am sorry. What can I do for you?
Didn't you tell me you need to wait here until the surveyor goes home for the day?
Yes, but that may be a while yet.
I don't know. Can you see his car anywhere?
Oh, so he already left for today? I thought. It's so early.
Why would you care?
Yes, indeed. Why shouldn't I be lucky for once and simply enjoy my luck? Please excuse me. I've got to go.
It's amazing. No matter how sluggish people are, the minute their working day ends, they suddenly move as fast as lightning. Not that I care. Just as long as the snack stand is no longer in the way and the laser beam... but the laser beam, where did it go? Let's see what's hidden behind this flap. Batteries. Nothing exciting, but better than nothing, I guess. Good idea. Maybe the batteries are dead. I've had that problem with my camera. Right, the laser pointer should be pointing in exactly the same direction as the statue's arm now. Let's see where it leads. The minute I overcome one obstacle, the next problem rears its head. And I don't think violence is going to help me here either. I have an idea. Let's see if it works. I borrowed some dirt and filled the pouch with it. I hope Mr. Mole will forgive me. artistically wrap a sheet of aluminum foil around a paper cup and you will get a paper cup wrapped in aluminum foil. Fascinating. I'm sure I could use this to reflect the laser beam, but then I would have to stand here all day. An excellent assignment for an intern, not for someone who's busy saving the world. The laser beam is pointing towards the ruins. Off I go then. The laser beam is pointing at that heap of rubble. Now what? Have the batteries gone dead again? Never mind. I know where I need to look now. There it lies, buried under rocks. Can I bother you again?
I strongly suspect that it is well within your power. Yes.
Would you be interested in something like a silver goblet?
Yes, sure. Did you find something?
I'm not sure. Over there, under that pile of rubble.
Where? Where exactly? Take me there. Yes, indeed. There is something sparkling down there. Let me just get my equipment from the car and start moving this rubble. I'll be right back. There, that did it. I don't know much about this historical stuff, but I'll just take this goblet to an expert I know.
What about me?
What about you?
Am I not getting a reward?
Sure. As soon as I sell this, I'll give you, shall we say, 20%?
50.
30?
40.
35.
Okay.
Fine. Wait here. I'll be back soon.
At least the grave robbers of the past had a certain amount of expertise. On the other hand, there are so many incompetent people in so many professions. Why should grave robbers be any different? At least now I have access to the wall where the laser beam was pointing.